and welcome to my review of the LEGO Technic 4218 Heavy Duty Tow Truck from 2021. This is a very long vehicle, almost as long as the enormous LEGO Technic Bugatti Chiron and Lamborghini, forget its model, and also one other Porsche 911. It's enormous. However, it's not scaled to tow them, because in real life this is obviously an enormous wrecker truck, so it's not scaled to them. It's also not scaled to the LEGO Creator London bus, which is a bit of a problem. There's not really a lot this can tow, but we will be having a look at it, attempting to tow something in a bit, but first we shall have a look over it and just see what it's all about. Starting at the front, you can see that there is an enormous amount of stickers used on this set, mostly around here for graphic designs. There's 7 and 9 just on the cab of the truck itself. However, you can open this and it's a really nice hinging mechanism, a double hinge to do that, and as it moves backwards and forwards, the pistons in the engine go up and down. I mean, it's not particularly realistic, but you know, it's quite cool to see them go up and down. And this knob is for steering, and that is really very smooth. Great steering system. We shut it back up. The doors also open on each side, and you might struggle seeing in, but there is a steering wheel, a gear shift, and 2 seats in there. The large fuel tanks down here and exhaust up the side there. There's not a lot else here. I mean, it's good detail, the sun visor and everything, that looks good, and the lights on the roof. This big light bar up here is made of completely system bricks, the only system bricks on this entire model. Oh, except for these feet. Same from the other side. And there's just a look at it. Now moving back a bit more, these are controls for the pneumatic functions. I should have stated that at the beginning. This has pneumatic functions throughout it to operate parts of it. We'll be checking them out in a second, but to start with, let's check out these functions. Now these are just mechanical, controlled by you twisting this knob. So this puts the stabilization feet down. There's 4, 1 here, 1 on the other side, and then 2 at the back, which you can see coming down here. I'll put them back up for now. Actually, I need more out. This one rotates the main wrecker arm. So you can rotate it. Not quite a full 360 because it hits these supports, so it's more like a 210. You can rotate it. Where should we go now? Let's go to the. No, let's keep going back. Look at it from the back. Another knob on this side. I'll show you in a second. Controls. If I can get my hand on it. It controls lifting and lowering of this rear arm there, and a pneumatic function opens this out, which we will see in just a second. Which I could just manually do it. See, pneumatics are already shutting up. These are the stabilization legs here. See in there. All of the major Technic functions are very well built in here. The final knob at the 4 lifts the lift axle on it, so it's a 8x6 lift chassis, and there we go, you can put it up and down, and that is all the main physical components. Now moving on to the pneumatic functions. Right, there are 3 components for pneumatic functions. Three controllers for pneumatic functions. A basic switch, you can either have it in up, which is in this case, lifting the rear wrecker arm or lowering it. And then this is the pump that pumps all the pneumatic functions. So you pump this and then I put that onto lower. You'll see that while I'm pumping, it lowers the rear wrecker arm. So I put it on raise. This is the most sticky of all the pneumatic functions because it's having to work against gravity to try and pull it up. It doesn't work 100% of the time. So sometimes you've got to get a little helping hand. That's just because it's going against gravity. Now, I will swivel the entire truck round. There we go. It's landed. So now we have the functions for the crane. So the crane can boom out and go up and down. We'll try going up first. If I pump this, see it raises. It's really responsive and it doesn't take much pumping to do quite a lot of action. I'll have it lower. And it also builds up pressure in the system so you can pump very well and then you get actions when you flip the switches. And then I'll just have a look at the wrecker arm now. This is the ram that extends it. However, these ropes and string need to be extended so that there's enough length, if you know what I mean. And these winches are on a ratchet system, which are unlocked by doing this. They're using rubber Technic pieces to ratchet onto a cog. And if we just get some length here, and then we extend it, pump it. This one does take quite a while sometimes. There we go. Because there's quite a lot of pipe work to get it all the way up there. And back in. Yeah. It's a very slick process. It all works really, really well. And the, oh look, it's going out itself. The pipework is very well hidden inside it all for the most part. I mean, this is probably the most exposed part, but on a real vehicle with hydraulics, you can see the pipes, so it's not bad. And the pipes are all pretty good colours. This whole thing doesn't actually really suffer from any weird colours at all. Probably the worst are these black pins and this white along here, and this blue pin down here, and these red pins as well. Even the blue here on the cab kind of matches the blue graphics. Just a shame this one's black. But, you know, it works out. So let's go and get something and have a go at towing it. I have located the Porsche 911 from the LEGO Creator range, which I reviewed earlier in the year. And we're going to try and tow this. Now, obviously, this is nowhere near scaled to the wrecker. It's enormous compared to it. But we're going to have a go here. We're going to try and use this rear arm. So we're going to start by just rotating this out of the way. The top arm. You can't really see that happening. But I'm just rotating it out of the way. Now, let's use the pneumatic function to lower the rear arm. There it comes. Oh no, smash. There we go. And now we're going to use this to lower it. So you can really do the whole process hands-free. This is the slowest bit. It's a lot of turning. Oh my goodness. Okay, look at that. Now this is the only bit we might need something. Lift it up here. I have never tried doing something before. Oh. And now try and lift it. It's not that hard. So just lift off the ground a bit. And oh, it works. You can tow it right off screen. No, there's been a crash. Somebody has tipped their Mustang over and we must come and rescue it with the very small wrecker. So let's see if this works. So this time we're going to try and use the crane arm to pull it back over. So if we get some length here, it's already fully extended. You can't particularly see, but the ram is already out. So we're just going to attach this on somewhere. That should be able to attach on there. Trying to do this with one hand, well, not really looking is quite up. Okay, we won't attach on that. We'll attach it onto the door handle because that's how all good recoveries are done. And now we can winch it. And there we go. Sit back up just like that. This actually works really well. It's very easy to do a lot of different types of recovery with this. Yeah, and then you could just finagle it around, put it under here and wheel it out. So yeah, it really works very well for any kind of recovery mission with any kind of car. Completely normal car to recover with a truck like this. Are all the spare parts in the set? I don't think this is supposed to be a spare part. I don't know where I missed this out, so we're just going to pretend this isn't here. Actually, these probably also aren't supposed to be. Okay, all that. Okay, it might be about to completely fall apart, but hopefully not. And this is the completely used sticker sheet, so you can see that there are a lot of stickers on it. A lot. So overall, I really like the set. I think this is one of the best functioning LEGO Technic sets I've ever seen. The Pneumatic Functions work so well in it. It really is insane. The RAM has a lot of power. I've done a lot more tests than what you just saw there. And this RAM has a lot of power. It can lift quite a lot of weight, a couple kilograms. But you've got to be careful when you're putting it together, how well you put the pipes on, otherwise they can pop off. But overall, I really like it. I'm not a massive fan of all the graphics, particularly this one. It's just the one I don't like. But that's just me. I really like it. I think it is definitely one of the best LEGO Technic sets. So yeah, it's got so many functions and it is enormous. It's obviously not scaled to like the Porsche and the Mustang, but it is very large. But anyway, thank you for watching this review and I will talk to you again very soon. Bye for now.